you ain't even see it. You ain't see the grind, dog. You don't know the energy it took. This journey to this smile ain't as pretty as it looks. Don't play with me. Made a pretty penny off of books. Tooth got a crook. I ain't rich off of looks. You a witness in a nigga who did everything it took. 9.7, nigga, everything shook. Still indie, still major, still working. New crib, new money, same person. I just closed on compound. I'm not interested unless it's compound. Nigga, I'm him. Call me HIM500.
Boy. Yeah. Man, had to, man. You in the city, I had to pop out.
Yeah. You staying here now?
Yep, I'm in
It's kind of like coming together with like the power players to understand how to build communities.
Yeah.
Remember, because every artist within itself is its own community. So if we understand like how that works as an ecosystem, coming from that area, we end up becoming a Atlanta. We end up becoming a LA. We end up becoming a New York. That's a hub. So
Yeah.
we be so fucking segregated because everybody feel like they gotta be the one to do it. And it's just like, nah, nigga, be the one that do it for that audience.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? I can't speak for certain niggas in the Bay that's doing certain shit in the streets. Like, I don't come from that culture.
Yeah.
I ain't got money with that culture and done certain things, but it's like, I'm not that type of person. So I gotta speak for a different demographic. So it's important for me and Mozzie to link up. It's important for motherfuckers to get together because it crosses communities and it helps us build it up.
See the association. That's the reason why, dog. Like, for me, that's why I did the song. Like, I ain't in music, but I'm like, shit, I got a relationship with Ross. And I'm like, nigga, let's get Mozzie on the track with Big Bro. It's the same thing with Haiti from Stockton. I'm like, yo, Haiti, let's put it together. I want to get you on a track a little bit. Like, let me correlate and build a relationship. But for me, I'm looking at it like, look, we got the communities where it's super important. Everybody got a different job. Everybody got a different, job, and the people they gotta relate to and pull out. When niggas start putting everybody in, that's when the game changes, when they start coming together like, yo, I got the community for financial literacy, right? We go tap in with Louis Belt. We go with Lou. Do it here. I got the shit with Lil Russell. Lil Russell got a whole nother audience that it's a whole nother genre of people out the same area that we come from. The people that fuck with me in Northern California, everybody familiar, but I got a different audience and connection with the people. You got a different connection with the people. Lil Russell gonna have a different, Mozzie gonna have a different, Cookie gonna have a different connection with different audiences out the same area. So it's like,
1,000%.
Everybody gotta run their own race, but we just gotta understand like, yo, what we pushing and figure out how to share and move around platforms. Once the platforms start to cross-pollinate, that's when it get crazy. Because you look at Atlanta, when I come here, I'm like, shit, I go to a Jeezy event, but you see Dream Chasers in here, I don't meet people in here, you got T.I. team in here, you got everybody teaming here, and it's like, man, you niggas all one family.
The problem is, where we come from, you got a limited amount of black people. And everybody come to California to chase a dream, so it's a lack of culture. You got Spanish culture, Chinese culture, black culture.
To our part.
Exactly. So it's hard to define something that's specifically for our people, right? So where you come to Atlanta, it's platforms for this music to live on. I can go to Trap Kitchen, T.I. spot, they playing trap music. It's black hookah spots, there's black owners, there's black restaurants. When you get over there, it's a little different. Asians own shit. You know what I mean? The Caucasians own shit. So it's like they're gonna kind of play by their rules of what fits their audience. So it's a lack of platforms for our music to live on over there. And that's why it's important for like motherfuckers to have more podcasts, more radio stations, like more TV shows, more things that highlights our culture and our platform to be able to commercialize the shit so we can move as like a global artist and not local talent.
Out here, bro, I tell people all the time, they be like, yo, how can we make it Atlanta, something like that? I said, listen, man, when it comes to shit out here, the parking attendant nigga who run the parking, all our valet parking, black. The nigga that run the barbershop, black. The restaurant, black. The
security
events, black. The security, black. We But dog, we circulate past the ball to each other. So it's like, yo, when we come somewhere, it's like, yo, everybody familiar with each other because it's like, yo, oh, that's my man. Okay, well, that's who running security. Okay, so and so run this venue. We got a restaurant over here we're gonna go to. And me and everybody else got to get down with us. So the jewelers out here call me like, yo, can you help us with YouTube? Can you help us do this? Can you help with this? Okay, well, then you got to teach me the game, though. The thing is, though, niggas don't be giving us the game on the industry how for us to get money, and then we got to pass the ball and make it cool to be a businessman. Nigga, everybody ain't gonna be able to be simple.
Everybody ain't gonna get
they not, but nigga, you got a role to play like go do a business.
That's the part niggas don't get.
It's cool to make $1 million. My nigga, listen, I tell you things all the time. I say, look, dog, you can run. They be like, yo, I want to introduce you to so-and-so. I'm like, dog, I don't care about the main nigga. It's everybody around the main niggas who can go, if everybody else can get 500,000 around the main niggas who got the attention when it's on fire, the niggas live forever. And then we got to learn equity. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's the part where it's like, yo, these other communities want to come in and tap into our shit, but it's like, yo, what you gonna give us? I don't want no money. I want to own equity in your business.
That's the hardest part, right? So we was talking about, you know, they got the reparations thing going around, right? Like this whole thing.
San Francisco shit.
And we was talking about this shit the other day, and it's crazy because me and bro was just at the mall about 2 hours ago, and I was like, bro, what you think the world would be like if everybody had some money for a day? And he was like, it'd be like the pandemic. And I was like, nah, everybody had money. Like, everybody just had $3 million for a day. Yeah. What would the world be like, right? And like, the more we thought about it, it was like, it would be fucked up. It would be fucked up. And that's why everybody don't need to have money. So it's like, everybody's not going to obtain the information and apply it to be able to do what it is you need to do with that money to change the fucking, whether it's change the world, change your family circumstances, change your circumstances, whatever it may be. But like you were saying, the problem with our people in America is we so many years behind. So it's like, we talking about equity, but that shit not gonna become trendy until it gets really bad for our people. Like really, really bad. Like where we see like niggas we look up to on the streets just high on dope, stressed, like really bad. That's when niggas gonna start being like, damn, I gotta do something, right?
You see the list UIL put out with the top 10 record label execs.
Yeah.
QC got left off the list. And I said, I said, yo, bro, you can't leave QC on the list. They said, well, they're new. I said, yeah, but they the only niggas that left at the top. Ain't another nigga ever figured out how to get off from the top of the mountaintop. Niggas be lit. Master P, Birdman the GOAT, he #1. But these niggas all went down. Russell Simmons, they did their thing. None of them niggas left at the top of the mountain. These niggas left at the peak.
When they sold.
It set the tone now, like, wait a minute. Nigga, don't try to ride it forever. Niggas realize, ride that motherfucker to the top, and when he get to the top, I'm out. I said, that's the key to this shit, man. Like, if we can exit at the right time and we start learning business, but we gotta respect that. Most people don't respect that shit yet. We ain't learned to respect how we get the valuation and get up here. How long Lil Baby gonna be Lil Baby?
That's why I think he's making his transition right now, though.
For sure.
I do think now our people are starting to understand transitioning a little bit more than they did in the past.
What we got to break down the intellect of in the conversation we have is that what does that infrastructure look like from the Chinese people that bought and put Scooter in the front?
Yeah.
See, they knew how to come and give us the bag and let our people run off.
Exactly.
But what's that infrastructure like? Because that's what's gonna last 3-4 generations.
Exactly.
That's the side where you look at, but that's a long-term game. See what I'm saying? For us, the 300 million is that's a 3-pointer. We can't keep shooting.
Exactly.
We can't keep doing layups. We behind the gun. So for them to get 300 million, they like, shit, we'll take the 300 million because history shows, if not, in 10 years I'm gonna be doing speaking engagements.
Exactly.
Talking about what I did here. This is what just history shows for record label execs. All of them end up back hustling something. They have a bag, but it don't stay great.
Facts.
Takes money, cool. Well, why would these Asians take it? How they gonna monetize it for the next 10 years, 20 years? What are they gonna do that we don't know? What's the shit we don't see? And who's those contracts with? But that's the part where the higher ups can only get access into the rooms.
Exactly.
They can only see that shit. We can't see it.
We can't see it.
Yeah.
We don't know.
See it.
Can't see it. Q and PC seen it though. So now QC got to see like, okay, well, what are y'all doing with it? What's the contract look like?
Yeah.
Why? Now that you can see it, you got an obligation to. You may not be able to interpret it, but nigga, well, who the smart niggas around you that can come in? Where your lawyers at? Where them attorneys at? That can now dissect it. But then them niggas need to create platforms to teach. We don't know who's gonna grab it and run. Nigga, I say shit to the masses. I don't know who's gonna take what I say and use it. You said the nigga in the feds.
Exactly.
It's niggas on the streets that don't listen to me.
Oh,
It's niggas in the. Look, my dad in the feds. Nigga called me like, yo. He said, man, I got a new celly. This nigga talked to me for 8 hours when he heard my last name. I said, what you mean? He said, nigga, I told him I fuck around and said you was my son. He said, this nigga talked for 8 hours. He said, dog, he been in here 10 years. I mean, he only learned about me in the feds. So my dad, I said, shit, how the fuck they know everything? You ain't got no phone. He said, I ain't fucking around. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, so you don't get to see. My dad don't know shit. He just hear from me, pictures I seen. He like, I ain't touching the phone. I'm on the way out. I done did 30 years with no phone. I'm ready to come home. But I'm like, damn. But it's a nigga in the feds that's listening and studying everything that I do, everything that I say, and running plays out of prison. And I'm like, damn, bro.
I saw my cousin. He started doing his business funding from his cell, came home, and he is really doing this shit. Like he really doing this shit. His name True Lane.
Bro.
Yeah.
Bro, when I tell you, like, but that's the part.
Crazy.
Nigga reach so many people.
Living good right now.
Bro, we reach so many people,
Bro,
bro.
look at Wallow. Like, look at Wallow. Wallow is a perfect example of like niggas can't have excuse. I look at Wallow sometimes and be like, damn, I'm making excuses.
Bro, Wallow.
Cause it's like Wallow just get up and go. He make niggas look bad.
He did a whole dub and took off.
He make niggas look bad.
When I tell you, bro, when I met Wallow, bro, like, nigga, we linked in, we recording. This nigga porting us like on some big homie shit. Off the rip, nigga had us locked in a room for like an hour. Pom, 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 pom. Nigga, y'all niggas need to do this. Y'all niggas need to do this. Y'all need to do this. This y'all lane. Then he created a lane like here. We gonna run a play like this. Put a play together, niggas. Took it to a whole nother level. But literally though, he gave niggas game and shared the platform. Guess what it did? It bridged us into the hip hop industry. See, the smart niggas and like all them business niggas, they be like, shit. You know, that's them the squares that do business. It's like, nigga, shit, we come out the same culture and the same shit y'all come from.
Yeah.
Niggas is all out the same area. But when we make it cool to do business, it's not gravitated to in the public as much. But now it's starting to be smart. Like, niggas like, man, we wanna...
I think that's a good thing Sim's doing. It's like, cause we ain't never had nobody like Symba from our area. Somebody cool enough to be cool, but also intelligent enough, like, and ain't like on no, you know how people think when we from in Northern California. So I think Symba's like one of the kind, and he just be bridging the gap, letting them know be cool. I'm catching nigga at a tennis match, might catch him at new pairs. You feel what I'm saying?
Nigga, motherfucking shit, nigga, seen the movie you did with your son and wife.
Yeah.
Like, it's just nowadays.
We get ready to go to Africa.
See, I seen you posted it, bro.
Get
We
ready to go.
doing Ghana. We got Ghana in December.
Okay.
So, but
Let me know. I'm going to Ghana.
The Ghana, yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to Ghana.
Yeah,
I'm going to Ghana for a week and then we doing Nigeria.
When you
for a
going?
week. I leave April 14th.
Tell him my cousin, right?
Yeah, April
we
14th
go
to the
to
26th.
Ghana is the 27th of December. So we're going to do a show. You know, we got the 19 Keys and Dame doing Oakland next week on the 23rd.
Yeah.
So we'll be there. Canada is just moving around, but I'll definitely tap you in when we're going out
Yeah,
there.
let me know. I'm
Bro,
definitely down to go because that's something that I've been realizing is just like it's a market we not paying attention to. Like it's so many people, so much potential there that's looking for what we offer to the world. They get ignored here.
Yeah.
So it's like why we don't go give it to the people that want it,
Bro,
and the people that need it.
and expand, bro. Listen, nigga told me this. and it fucked my whole game up. Nigga said, where you from? I said, I'm from Stockton. He said, what part? I said, I'm from Conway. He said, how many people in your neighborhood are? I said, probably about 1,000, 1,200 people come out of my neighborhood. I come out on the only projects in my city. I said, so, he said, all right, what was different when you moved to Atlanta? I said, it's a total different culture. And I said, so when I come to Atlanta, everything different. The people different, the brotherhood, the way people treat, the dialect, the way they talk, all that shit different. I said, but it's different when you go to Oakland. Oakland and Stockton, two different. Oakland and Sac is different. Frisco, different. LA, total different, changing scenery. Nigga said, cool, so you understand that, but then why you ain't realize how big the world is? America make up 5% of the population of the world. Nigga, what game you play? Like, nigga, you think you're doing it big now because you made it out your small ass section. But now you look at like, oh yeah, I'm playing the world. Like, nigga, you playing 5% of the field. So that's when we start looking at Dubai, Canada, London, South America, like how we get money there. Like, we ain't getting enough money and we ain't culturally advanced enough to be like, yo, be like, okay, I'm relatable in America. Well, nigga, congratulations, you played yourself.
Exactly.
Like, nigga, you played yourself to be in this little ass box and try to capitalize, and you want to fight for being number one here.
Bro, niggas don't even realize as black people in America, bro, we make up for about 12 to 13% of the population, right? But we control 99% of influence and coolness, right? Like, it's nothing in this world cooler than a young black fly nigga. Nothing. Nothing in this world cooler than that shit. Because when America was constructed, and when a lot of this shit was constructed, motherfuckers didn't see us getting to this point because of what they tried to put us through.
Is your son in school yet?
Yeah.
He go to school with like other races?
Yeah.
Have his friends been around you? Cause my kids, I got 12-year-old.
Yeah.
They got white friends too. You know what I'm saying? They live out here.
Yeah.
And the look in their eyes, like I pick them up.
Yeah.
Like, with your dad, like you know what I'm saying?
That's crazy you say that, right? So
I'm like, damn, they impressed.
So I picked my son up from school probably about like, my son just started school in November, right? So since he started, I picked him up probably about a total of like 8 times, right? And the reason that is because majority of the time we on the road, I'm moving around. So my baby mom, she like the coldest mom ever. Like, she handle it all. But when I do pick them up, I do notice that. Like, it's like the kids look like, oh shit. Like, to the point where it made me uncomfortable.
Cool like that.
I do.
Man, look how my man looking, bro. He going to the...
Bro, I do obnoxious shit. I'm disrespectful because I got toys. So I be putting up my blue orange shit. Nigga, they looking like teachers, everything. They got me. I'm speaking at the schools and shit. So I come, but the first approach is I send my kids to an international school. So my first approach, they shoot me is like, nigga, what, you a rapper or something like that? Like, niggas. So, you know, then they got to know me and they like, wait a minute, you on jets? Like, we need you to talk at Black History Month. Can you come and speak to the kids? When we started talking, and that's the part where a lot of people don't realize, like, they box us in, like, our influence is based around one thing, but they all infatuated with it. Every white person in my neighborhood be like, they always love telling me a story about when they met a rapper or something. And I'm like,
That's cool.
I'm like, but that's what you expect from blacks. What happened is, we gotta run the play, is that niggas gotta realize, like, nigga, how we get 100 million on this shit?
Exactly.
We the coolest motherfuckers, but nigga, we gotta get 100 million on this
Exactly.
shit.
But it comes down to what you're talking about, right? Like, building communities, but building communities that we got equity in. You know what I mean?
Even the equity like this, right? You got equity in the community you got equity in hip hop. My nigga, you see what Dubai did, how much money they spent to blow up? Dubai spent billions of dollars to make that shit blow up. Right now, Saudi Arabia spending money, like how you say you going to Ghana. 10 years ago, niggas ain't gonna go to Ghana. Ghana spent money to blow that shit up. Right? So now what happened is that now you look and say, okay, Saudi Arabia is gonna spend billions of dollars to blow Saudi Arabia. The only way niggas is coming to Saudi Arabia is if you come. Is if the hip hop community come, because that's why you see Khaled and all them over there.
Future.
They gave Future a bag. That nigga didn't post, he was there.
Yeah.
DJ Khaled promoted the fuck out of his trip to Saudi.
he'll get $100 million out of Saudi Arabia because they got more money than anybody.
Bro.
That nigga kept quiet.
Oh my
When
God.
you embrace that shit and
Bro.
you become you ambassador for some shit like that, Kenya's on a man. We spoke to the president of Kenya. They got $4 billion for people to get to come to Kenya.
You know what we was talking about last night about the money niggas miss with corporate America? So it'd be like an Apple that'll pay a DJ $10,000 to DJ for 2 hours. What he talking about is the new age of this shit by us going over there.
Yeah.
So now they need our culture to make them cool. So it's just money laying the fuck around for somebody to come. That's why I'm going to have.
America ain't got a bag.
That's why I'm
American
going to have.
government, they government's got a different kind of bag. Nigga, we don't get enough money. What happened is that we don't realize, like, yo, if we go over here and play and make it cool. Okay, cool, you gon' put this. Beyonce got $25 million in cut. But the lawyer who did the contract, I know, got $5 million off that shit. All he did was put the contract
All he did was put the play together.
It's last night.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Bro,
That's what I'm on.
bro, when you go over there, this the part where a lot of niggas miss is that we don't play the media right. When you start controlling your media lane and you got influence where you can dictate what go out on the press, now you can help with the world. They need our influence. So whoever has the strongest voice in media and can control the media, they control everything. So that's why niggas don't be looking at who you friends with. Like, niggas want to be friends with niggas that's popping. Fuck that. I want to be friends with niggas who control media. If Shade Room is in your pocket, Say Cheese in your pocket, Baller in your pocket,
Academics.
okay, that's how you go. That's how you get popular. Okay, well, imagine that's just for black culture.
Imagine if you got Congress over here.
How do I get world media in my pocket where I can control narratives to say we going over here fucking with them? These niggas come have conversations with us based off of events we had because we have fucking Steve Harvey, Tyler Perry, Rick Ross, Floyd. They have a conversation with us. Like, yo, how can we get them over here? And I'm like, shit. Y'all know, nigga, we pay these niggas to come. But we finna use this relationship. We're gonna sit in the middle and figure it out. And I'm looking on. Niggas don't realize how much power they got when you go overseas and they like, how can I pay you? Look at Floyd. Floyd go get the bag. They're like, yo, this nigga doing exhibitions it's his influence. Niggas want that nigga influence to get to the bag. That's the whole difference. But we be stuck over here, niggas thinking nigga a couple million, 10 million, nigga, that shit ain't no money.
That's crazy. Instead, my cousin told me, you want to spend money on your advertising.
Got to.
You got to play.
You get the relationships.
He the
with
one who
niggas.
told me that. That's crazy.
You know what I'm saying? You get the relationships with the advertising, nigga. Game change. The game change when you get the relationships with the advertising, but don't nobody teach us this. Like, nigga, we start picking up game, you start realizing the most important people is who. The niggas ain't never the important person. It's always niggas attorneys. Niggas lawyers is the people you want the relationships with. So when you meet niggas, it ain't, yo, let me come holler at you and talk to you. Nah, nigga, who your attorney? Whoever my mans is that's with me, nigga, your job is to connect with the attorneys for everybody. Why? Because them the contract killers. And if they killed the contract, who they build the relationship with? If you building and working and you handling all the contracts, who learned all the business? You or him? You know all the business. You know all the scholastics, nigga. You know all the equity where it went, how it got broken down. I don't need to talk to you. Talk to you. You got all the game. That's why all the niggas be missing the ball when we in these rooms and shit. Niggas be missing it. Like, nigga, I'm sick of my niggas on like, yo.
You was talking
Red
about this
coat.
you
already know
like
what I'm thinking.
last night we at the Hawks game and we both look at each other like, that's the motherfucker we need to know. So I'm literally trying.
We trying to figure out a way to.
Yeah, we trying to figure it out.
The conversation.
Yeah, like the kick. So I kick it off. I just run over there.
Came with a
Come
good
here right quick. Look, say something to her, bro. Get her over there, right?
Yeah.
Now, you know how it be when you in them circles. Like, it's like, I feel like asking a billionaire for money is like asking somebody of importance for their number too fast. Right? It's a time and place for certain shit.
Yes.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And you don't move fast on it. So as bad as we wanted it, what I realized was like, okay, this is a face plant.
Yeah.
Let's just put our face in her mind because we gonna run into her again.
Yep.
And when we run into her again, that's when we gonna get the number.
Bro, I'm gonna tell you, bro, like I had to go unfollow everybody off my social media because I was following too many people. And I said, nigga, I gotta follow people that I need to fuck with and that is inspiring me. So I can be intentional about the shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I'm like, nigga, let me motherfucking figure out, like, unfollow shit so I don't miss shit. I wouldn't have seen your story, bro. Nigga hit, boop. Nigga like, oh, nigga, pull up, cool. Nigga, now we tapped it in. I wouldn't have seen it. So sometimes you gotta be intentional, like, yo, find the social, follow, like, comment, boop, what's poppin'? Yeah. And you just stay in, you know, engaged with people.
Social.
You know what I'm saying? And you stay, when you stay engaged with a motherfucker, it keep them on your mind. Like, okay, here, boop, and now they stay on the top of yours, because in 2 weeks, you move it. You forget about it. You be on to the next, and it's like, yo, who handles that? This is when the team come into play. You got people be like, look, nigga, this your job. Do this.
Collecting numbers is like collecting data sometimes.
And that's the part, bro. It's like, but
that's been the hardest part for me, bro. Is like building a team of niggas that's like excited about their role as you are about putting them in it.
That's gonna be tough.
It's
though.
the hardest.
You know, we
shit,
talk
bro.
about that all the time.
It's the hardest shit ever because it's like you end up seeing more from motherfuckers than they see for themselves, and then it's like they make excuses of why they can't do the shit that you're putting them around to be able to make it easy for them to do. For a nigga, cause they had nothing to do with the success. Now watch this shit, you bitch ass nigga, you. How many $1 million meetings now? $1 million, Somewhere with a famous chick, count up $1 million, this is one hell of a feeling. Look at how I'm out here living. I come from humble beginnings. I guess I'm rich enough for my exes to finally fight for me. This money made them all find out why I wasn't wifing them. Cheating while you broke, that's when they gon' call you trifling. But when you get rich, they expect it, so it's alright with them.
Y'all have a great show.
how long y'all on the road?
Shit, we done April 8th.
Right?
Yeah, then we're going to Africa April 12th. No, we're going to White House the 12th, and then we're going to
Yeah, outside in Atlanta, we in the city tonight,
Come
man.
on, baby.
Got
I just
the
was telling
rollers.
my dog, I say, look, my boy was making me money before we even knew each other. Ain't that a bitch?
Listen, man. Listen, man. It's heavy. Nigga, if you only talking to them niggas on social, it ain't enough. You gotta text them niggas. You gotta email them niggas. They gotta have access to where they can down there ask you questions. Like, I'm involved with y'all. Like, you need a Facebook group. Like, nigga, I need a Discord. You need motherfucking so many places to where, cause some people ain't fucking with Instagram, but they'll get on Discord. They ain't fucking with, they on Facebook.
Bro.
They on Twitch. Niggas is leaving audiences out.
I'm talking. Name beautiful. Zamara. Okay, I want you to know something, right? I want you to know as a young black woman, you're the most beautiful thing in the world. And don't ever let nobody tell you nothing different, okay? You special. You special. And don't ever let nobody tell you nothing different. They gonna try to break you down, but you gonna always build yourself up. And you got an uncle over there that love you. You got a family that love you, and always remember that, okay? I'm not the one to give it. Let's go. This show wouldn't have been nothing without you. You made tonight everything possible. Y'all make some noise for her. Make some noise for yourself. Y'all keep it going for Symba.